I'm going to do a quick analysis of myself versus a clean of 2016 Olympic bronze medalist to the right here. He's about 85 kilos, or probably a little less. He's 186, 187 pounds or so. I'm about 183. And there's a height difference of 5'9 to I'm 6'1 or 6'2, depending on if I'm wearing shoes or not. First thing we're going to look at on his side, first thing he does, pulls his back nice and flat, neutral spine, drives his feet through the ground to get that initial pull started. His shins push back, start to become perpendicular and vertical to the ground. Boom. So if I were to outline that, shins start to become vertical, chest comes out in front or even with that bar there. Moving over to me, my shins will push back, become vertical or perpendicular to that ground. My chest comes out in front of that bar. Boom. So something I'd like to point out is both our arms are slightly bent. That just comes from lat engagement since our chest is out in front of that bar. So you can kind of see a little bit of muscle tone for him even though he's in a suit. For me, you can see my arms are engaged because my lats are engaged there. Now, as we continue the rest of this pull, you'll see why my arms are more bent than his, probably because I have longer arms in relation to my body than he does, and I need to get to an ideal spot to reach my ideal hip extension. So if I were to clear that off and keep it moving, what he's going to do, his second pull, is going to pull the bar into his body. He has knee extension and hip extension starts to occur together. And right before his heels even leave the ground, he's standing upright tall, looking like as if he were getting ready to just do a vertical jump there. So if I'm moving over to me, everything starts to become vertical. From there, my chest starts to go upward, and you see now why those arms of mine are slightly bent. If they were to be straighter or as straight as his, I'd probably be like nailing myself in the knee right there. But the phase of this, the second pull, is to try to keep your heels on the ground as long as possible so you can be in an ideal position for your triple extension there. So we're looking at both of us, we're thinking mid to high thigh. If we're making contact with our body, mid to high thigh is the ideal spot. Now moving into triple extension. Boom. Ankle, hip, knee. Move over to me. Ankle, hip, knee. Pull the slack out of ourselves. So if I'm looking at it over here, I got the hip, knee, ankle, a little bit of shrug at the top. He has the same thing, knee, hip. That's what we're looking for, as tall as possible. From there, the third pull, and sometimes we have this as a drill or as a warm-up, our high pull is kind of where we start to pull under, not kind of, but when we start to pull under that bar, like so. Say if I were to stop it there. He's moving at a much accelerated rate, one, because he's just better than me at this and better than most of the world at it. Two, because he's going into a full squat. I'm continuing to pull my upper body because I'll only be doing a power clean. So my hips drop, but they drop much later. But you start to see the same position. Both of our elbows start to flash and get ready to pull under the bar. So his elbows are probably pointing towards the ground. Mine are getting ready to point to the ground or getting ready to pull all the way through there. But you see, we've both gotten to our spot as far as the landing goes. And him to continue, that's the point of fixation for him. Point of fixation for me is right there. And that is the difference between power and full. So power is in which my hips stay above my knee. His hips are going to go beneath his knees. Like so, that's a full clean because if we're doing a weight comparison, I'm sure it's 85% of his weight, but 205 kilos. So he's got about 450 pounds in there. I have 270. So continuing on, that's what the rest of it looks like. Boom.